headed by homosexual individuals and couples. The main focus on an adoption institute has to be the wealth or the good of the kid. Therefore, any proper parent of whatever sex should be allowed to adopt. Think for a moment. As children age, it's harder to find a place for them. However, it has been proved gays and lesbian couples adopt. They don't concern about the age of the child. They concern about having a child that they could take care about and love. The Adoption Institute of Same-Sex Marriage had a larger amount of adoption of children above the age of 6, which we know is the hardest age to place in a home. So why we deprive these people to having a child? Why we do it? Every child wants to have a life in a home where they feel safe and loved. So therefore, every same-sex marriage couple should be allowed to adopt. It should be legalized. No one can deprive a child to have a care and loving and happy family. And I'm going to convince you why. Gay parents or lesbian couples choose to be a parent. They don't have another option. They want to be a parent and they prepare for it. So why they don't have the potential to be? Just because society said that it's not okay because their sexual orientation. But how about we compare the parents that decide to be a parent from the parents, the 50% of heterosexual couples that are parents by accident, by condom, the broken condom, or unplanned pregnancy. Do you think these parents are ready to have a kid? Do you think they already think about the wealth of the kid, think about the economic? They don't. And they are not, and they don't, they have the opportunity. No one deprives them for have the opportunity of have this child. And the gay couples and lesbian couples, they prepare for the child. Not only economic form, but also in an emotionally form. They care about each other and they want the best for each other to have this child. I'm talking about this, who decides who is a good parent, or who is a good father, or who is a good mother? Society decides it because their sexual orientation, but who decides who has the potential to be? They are just as us. They have the same potential. There have been studies from Rachel Farr that prove that same-sex marriage they have no difference between same-sex marriage and straight marriage adoptions. There are no difference between them. Why? Because there's no difference between, or there's no relationship between the sexual orientation and the fact of being a good father or mother. There also has been proven that there's an harmonious ambient in a same-sex marriage. Why? Because of the gender roles. They are less, they are less formed. In straight relationships, sometimes the wife doesn't want to, clean the house or wash the dishes every day or cook all the time. And the husband sometimes doesn't want to be like the strong one and doesn't want to work hard every time. But these are assumed roles. Like society assumes these roles for these people because you are the woman and you have to do it, and you are the man and you have to do it. And in a same-sex couple, they don't. They assume these roles because of the ability. If you are better doing this, you're going to do it because you are better and you like it, not because you have to. And this creates a peaceful ambient for the child. It also, there's another study in the University of Virginia that Rachel Farr said that these same-sex marriage adoption are like breaking traditional forms. And the child, it's better, it's healthy for them because they have parents that think outside the box. And nowadays, we know that society is changing. and we are like creating generations of more open-minded child and with more sense with more human sense. So therefore, to conclude, why we are going to private a right to these people? Because it's a right. It's a right as everyone, just because their sexual orientation. They have the potential to be a parent, to be a mother, and to raise a child just as good as another parent. So down with racism, down with discrimination, because we are discriminating these people by saying they are not going to be a good mother or a good father. Also down with the idea of the church that said we have to love each other, but it's okay to hate gay people because it's rational for them. So no one can deprive you to be happy and to have a happy child.